Okay, you guys, today is a review day, so hopefully you are watching this video. I would hope that you are filling out the notes because you get to use the notes on your test. So you should be watching this video and doing this assignment on Monday, November 30th. Okay, so today is a review day. That means that next time, Wednesday, December 2nd, will be your test. Okay, so your test is going to encompass all of this stuff on our review today. Okay, so let's get right into it. We are reviewing how to multiply binomials. Okay, 1 and 2, we're actually not multiplying binomials by binomials. Okay, a binomial, remember, it just means an expression with two terms. Okay, so right here, that's a binomial, but then we just have the one number in front. Okay, so these guys we're actually just distributing. Okay, so let's actually write that next to our directions. Okay, so we are distributing in order to simplify these expressions. Okay, so when we're distributing, you want to find the parentheses, okay, and you want to find the number that's right in front. Okay, and number 1, the number that is right in front is going to be this 4. Okay, so 4 is going to multiply to both terms inside. Okay, so we have 4 times r, which is going to give me, what is 4 times r? Okay, well this is like saying 4 times 1. That's just going to give me 4, and then there was 1r being multiplied, so 4r. Okay, well then it needs to multiply to the second piece, so 4 times -9. Okay, well what is 4 times -9? A positive times a negative is going to give me a negative. 4 times 9, 36. Okay, these guys are just pieces to the expression, so rewrite them together and you will be done. So 4r minus 36, and there is our simplified expression. Okay, so let's look at our next one. So we have our parentheses, so we need to distribute. And then what is the number that is right in front of the parentheses? So we have 7. Okay, so the 7 needs to multiply to both terms inside. So we have 7 times x. Okay, well what is 7 times x? Again, this is like saying 7 times 1, which is just going to give me 7. And then there was 1x being multiplied, so 7x. Okay, well now our second piece, we need to take 7 times 9. 7 times 9, and that is going to give me positive, whoops, sorry, just knocked my phone, positive 63. Okay, last step is to just rewrite these pieces together. So we have 7x with a positive 63, so plus 63, and that is our simplified expression. Okay, so on 1 and 2 we were distributing. These guys were actually multiplying binomials. You see how we have a binomial here, 2 terms, and a binomial there, 2 terms. Okay, so we've talked about 2 different ways to multiply these binomials. So the first way is FOIL. Okay, and let's go ahead on the side of our paper like we've been doing. Let's write out what FOIL stands for. F-O-I-L. Okay, so the F in FOIL stands for first. Okay, the O in FOIL stands for outside, and I almost just misspelled it. Okay, the I in FOIL stands for inside, and the L stands for last. Okay, so we are going to use this acronym to help us simplify and find the product by multiplying these binomials. Okay, so let's use FOIL to simplify number 3. Okay, so the F in FOIL stands for first. So we take our first term of each binomial. Okay, so we're going to take 5k times 5k. Alrighty, so 5 times 5, that's going to give me 25. K times k gives me k squared. Okay. Now we have the O in FOIL. The O in FOIL stands for the outside. So outside terms, okay? So that's on the outside and -5's on the outside. So now we're gonna take 5K times -5. Okay, so again, we have 5 times -5. It's gonna give me -25. Okay, and there was only one K on these guys. Alrighty. Our next one is I in FOIL. That stands for inside. So now we take the inside terms. That's -2 and 5K. So -2 times 5K is going to give me -2 times 5, -10 with the 1K. All right, and our very last letter in FOIL stands for last. So we take the last terms in our binomial. So now we're taking -2 times -5. Negative times a negative equals a positive. 2 times 5 is 10. So positive 10. All right, we are almost done. Our very last step is to combine like terms. Okay, so if you followed FOIL, your like terms are always going to be these guys in the middle. Okay, notice this guy has a K and this guy has a K, but this one is squared, this one's not. So the only two terms that are like terms are the ones in the middle. So we can rewrite 25K squared. Okay, then we have to combine these guys. So what is -25 minus 10 more? It's going to give me -35 with our K, and then bring down plus 10, and that is our simplified quadratic expression. Alrighty. Okay, let's practice it again on number 4. Okay, so for number 4, let's follow the same pattern. So F in FOIL stands for first, so we have 2P times 2P. Okay, so 2 times 2 is going to give me 4. P times P, or there were 2 P's being multiplied, so P squared. Okay, now we have our O, which stands for outside, so 2P times -3. 2 times -3 is going to give me -6, and there was the 1P being multiplied. Okay, I in FOIL stands for inside, so we need -4 and 2P. So -4 times 2 is -8 with the 1P. And our very last one is last, so -4 times -3. Negative times a negative equals a positive. 4 times 3 is 12. Okay, our very last step is to combine like terms. So we have -6P and -8P. Okay, we can always just rewrite the first one. So 4P squared is going to go in front. Then we have -6 minus 8 more. What is -6 minus 8? It's going to give us -14P. And with a positive 12. And there is our simplified quadratic. Alrighty. Okay, let's do one more using FOIL. Okay, so let's look at number 5. F in FOIL stands for first. So first terms, multiply them together. 2B times 3B. 2 times 3 is going to give me 6. There were 2 B's being multiplied, so B squared. Okay, O, outside, so 2B times -2. They're on the outsides. Okay, so 2B times -2, that's going to give me -4 with 1B. Okay, I is inside, so 4 times 3B. 4 times 3 is a positive 12 with that 1B. And L stands for last, so 4 times -2. Okay, 4 times -2 is going to give me that -8. Okay, last step, combine your like terms. So we have 6B squared in front, but now we have -4 plus 12. What is -4 plus 12? It's going to give me positive 8B, and then -8 on the end. And there's our simplified quadratic. Okay. Number 6, we're going to use a different method here. So our first method was FOIL. Now we're going to use the box method. Okay, so go ahead and draw a box. Okay, draw your box with 4 squares. And now that we have our box with our 4 squares, let me zoom out just a little bit. Okay, we're going to take our first binomial, so 3r plus 4, and we're going to put it on the top. Okay, so I have 3r plus 4. Okay, then we're going to take our second binomial and put it down the side. 5r minus 2. Okay, so now we just need to fill in the boxes. So in our first box, it lines up with 5r and 3r. So what is 5r times 3r? So we have 5r times 3r, which is 15r squared. Our next box lines up with 4 times 5r, so 4 times 5 is 20 with the 1r. Okay, let's go down here to our next box. It lines up with 3r and negative 2, so 3 times negative 2 is negative 6 with an r. Okay, and our very last box lines up with 4 and negative 2, so 4 times negative 2 is negative 8. Okay, now I'm going to rewrite them in the order that I solved them. Okay, so I have 15r squared with a positive, so plus 20r, negative, so minus 6r, and negative, so minus 8. Okay, and then our very last step again is to just combine the like terms. So we have 20 and negative 6 in the middle. So we have 20, or let's rewrite 15r squared first. So we have 15r squared. What is 20 minus 6? It's going to give me a positive 14r with negative 8 on the end. And there is our simplified quadratic. Okay, so let's practice the box method again. So go ahead and draw your box with your 4 squares inside. Okay, we're going to put our first binomial on top. So this is just an n minus 4. And then our next one, which is actually the same exact one, n minus 4. Okay, let's fill in the boxes. So we have n times n. What is n times n? It's just going to give me n squared. Okay, next box, negative 4 times n, negative 4n. Okay, then our next box down here, n times negative 4 again, that's going to give me negative 4n. Okay, and then our very last one, negative 4 times negative 4 is going to give me a positive 16. Okay, so let's go ahead and rewrite them in the order that we solved them. So we have n squared minus 4n minus 4n and plus 16. Okay, so let's go ahead and combine our like terms, which are these two guys in the middle. So just rewrite the first one. So we have n squared. And then what is negative 4 minus 4 more? Negative 8n and plus 16. And there's our simplified quadratic for that one. Okay, let's do one more. So draw your box with the 4 squares. Okay, let's put our first binomial on top. So we have 4n minus 3, and then our next binomial down the side, n plus 1. Okay, in our first box, we have 4n times n. Okay, well, that's just going to give me 4 2n's, so n squared. Okay, next box, negative 3 times n. It's just going to give me negative 3n. Okay, 4n times 1 is just 4n. And negative 3 times 1 is negative 3. Okay, so now that all our boxes are filled, let's rewrite them in the order that we solved them. So we have 4n squared minus 3n plus, because it's positive, 4n and minus 3. Okay, now we can go ahead and combine like terms, which are these guys in the middle. So we can rewrite the one in front, 4n squared. And now we just need to decide what is negative 3 plus 4. Negative 3 plus 4. It's going to give me positive 1, so just plus 1n, or just n, and minus 3. And there is our simplified quadratic. Okay, those are your notes, you guys. There will be problems where it actually gives you like a box on your review assignment, so you'll just fill it in just like we did on here, okay?